Hello guys, welcome back to another Blu-ray hunting video. Starting the vlog, well, I say vlog, it's not a vlog, it is a vlog, I don't know, I've been vlogging recently a lot, so yeah, cheeky plug, unintentional. Yeah, today Blu-ray hunting and I'm heading over to Pontypridd. Yeah, I live pretty close to Pontypridd, so it's like the closest CEX store to me, so yeah, we're just gonna head here today. It's been a bit of a weekend. Record store day was yesterday, so we will get into that later on. I'll tell you what I did pick up, stroke didn't pick up, my experience with record store day, and all of that. And yeah, the last couple of days have just been a bit busy really, in terms of just work has been nuts last week, and then Taylor Swift's new album came out on Friday, so I've just been constantly listening to that over and over again, of course. And yeah, really just, yeah, there's just things are happening. It feels like this weekend, I don't know what it is, but like the weather's good. It feels like the start of summer, like, and that's close to like all the big things happening, aka went to Holland, that is like over. And I remember thinking, like, once the Holland trip's over, things are going to be moving quite fast throughout the year in terms of summer. So yeah, it's been one of those weekends. I think this is like the turning point weekend really, where I've had that feeling of, oh, it's going to be summer very soon, or we're basically there, and the weather's also helped as well. So yeah, I started filming just a little bit before I get into the car park, because the car park can be dark. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but yeah, it can be like, it's basically like one of those multi-story ones, but in Pontypridd it can be quite hard to film in there from past experience, I guess. So we're gonna try and film in there, but as I say, the last time I came to Pontypridd I didn't pick up anything in CEX, and I think the video did really well. I think I titled it something like not a very good CEX store or something like that, and two people were like, you know, it's not a good CEX store, it's just what you didn't find. Yeah, it wasn't good for the things I was looking for, so it wasn't a good CEX store, you know. Yeah, I love rattling people on YouTube, it's great, love it. Funny thing is those people, they think they're like arguing with you or whatever, but like, bring on all the comments, because the more comments a video has, the better it is for the actual video. So spam me with hate, spam me with positivity. Of course, I love the positivity. Yeah, anyways, as you can see, I'm inside now, so this is where it gets a bit dark, but I'm hoping to maybe find a space. Sometimes you can get a space right in front of like the windows, very much what we do in, it's another one of those situations where like the pillars are like really badly placed, so everyone kind of just, you know, parks in between, and then there's no other space for anyone else. To be honest, I think I'll just go up again. Makes sense to just keep going up. This car park is actually free on a Sunday and bank holidays, which is nuts really when you think about it. But to get people back to the high street, all councils should do this. That's better. There we go. So then here, I've parked up now. Bloody hell, I'm actually quite high. Yeah, so I've parked up now, and we're going to go to CEX and all the charity shops that are open anyways. It is a Sunday, so that is to be contended with. I do have some to trade in though. These are all films I've watched recently on the channel, and very much asked myself the question now in terms of my retro reviews, revisiting and all that. Will I ever watch these films again? So the first one's a pretty obvious one in terms of Avatar: The Way of Water. I've got the collector's edition now, so I decided to just get rid of this one, because I've got the film, so I don't need two versions of it. I believe I only paid just over a tenner for this on Facebook, 13 quid I think it was. Yeah, I didn't want to bother with the whole thing. I did keep the slipcover though, so I have a slipcover for it, which I'll keep. I've got a box of slipcovers basically. So the other two are, I bought these in charity shops. I think I bought the one in CEX and the other one in charity shops. Kung Fu Panda 1, Kung Fu Panda 2. Again, I've seen the franchise now, I've watched all the films, the videos are up, but I mean, it's obvious if I'm getting rid of them in any of these. We've also got Contagion, which I'm going to just trade in, because, yeah. The Strangers was a horror Saturday, as well as It Follows. Both of them are going as well. Really did miss this in terms of, you know, it was a big miss for me. But yeah, there's just a few there. Like, I'm kind of asking myself the question more now of, you know, not so much do I want in the collection, but will I ever watch this film again? If I'm thinking I want to watch a horror tonight, will I choose one of these two? And the answers are no. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've experienced it. Some of these, like the Kung Fu Panda films, I did enjoy, but if it's on streaming, I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna, I don't want to take up a space with this film, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's why those are going, and this one obviously is because I've got the thing. So we've got 6 movies there to trade in, which probably will be worth like a tenner. So I'll probably just get a voucher because obviously I always spending CEX anyways. So yeah, let's head over there, see what we can find. Obviously last time we did find that Star Wars original trilogy DVD set, so we don't know what we're gonna look for, we don't know anything, we're just going in and we will see. Didn't bring a bag with me, so I have to carry these. Yeah, so let's head out. I was gonna go to the charity shop on the way, but I think now I'll go CEX first because if I can get rid of these, yeah, and I'll have a bag if I actually buy something, so it makes more sense. Got Man United on today because we're playing in the semi-final against Coventry. The point of this video, we'll know if we're through or not, so it's also a shorts kind of day. So t-shirt and shorts first time of the year. There's definitely a few charity shops open I've gone past, so that's a good sign. Hope Rescue Day is open. I bought the Star Wars in last time, so yeah, we'll come back to them on the way. Alright, and here we go, CEX in Pontypridd. Let's go in and see. Firstly, we got to trade in these movies, and what did we get for them? I wonder, there's a lot of movies here, they're moving some things around. But what do we get? £17.30, not a bad voucher. Yeah, so let's take a look at what we can look there. So we've got some Blu-rays, some 4K, sorry, initially. And the first thing I'm seeing is American Psycho. Now, my initial reactions to this is that they've repriced this wrong, £6, but eagle-eyed viewers will notice something different about that. Moving on. Aladdin, they've got it for £6 with a very minty slipcover, to be honest. It's really, really good condition. Yeah, but £6 there for Aladdin. The cheapest 4K I've ever seen. Huntsman, The Winter's War. I mean, the movie's not great, but £2 for a 4K movie, that is absolutely nuts. But yeah, that is there as well. And that isn't even a misprint, that is real. Top Gun Maverick, £12 again with a minty fresh slip. There's a little bit of damage actually on the top left, but yeah, not too bad for £12. Let's just take a look for some other things. We've got some premium collections, which have just been de-premiumized. We've got August, Osage Country. We've got some music stuff here. We've got some artists live as well as some AC/DC there. Didn't know what the first artist was. Next then we have some Parasite 4K. This is the Curzon Home Cinema version. Very nice looking slipcover, as you can see there. Yeah, very, very good. I haven't seen this film for a long time. I think I have the black and white steelbook version. I think it's £12, so a decent price if you haven't got the film, but yeah, very good film, and I do need to watch this at some point. We also get some Blade Runner here with one of those HMV like cinema moment slipcovers. Yeah, I've still yet to see this film. I have seen the comment from somebody. I will watch it rather than watching Rebel Moon. Brighter Summer Day, £18. This is a Criterion release. I never see these around, Criterion stuff in South Wales, to be honest. But yeah, some steelbooks though. They've got some Ghostbusters. This is a 3D Blu-ray steelbook there for £12, and they've also got the Ghostbusters 2 steelbook there for £22. There's a little bit of damage on the first one, I will say that. But yeah, so we've got some Inception, some I, Frankenstein, some In Time with a very nice funky green case, and for Big Paulie there is 3 copies of King's Speech in here. Yeah, I thought of you. We've got some Jurassic Park, some Johnny English there, all the regular stuff we'd expect to see, all Disney stuff and Marvel stuff there. We also get a new steelbook. This is actually the new Doctor Who 60th anniversary, I believe. Steelbook with David Tennant there, as you can see on the front. Yeah, £45 there for that. And up the top, we do get this vintage classics. It's called Room on the Top from 1959. Do they still do these vintage classics, or is that just like a label that's gone? Let me know down below. But yeah, that's there, £12. I also saw some Clone Wars, and I've never seen the box like this. This is like very new and unique. I've never seen them in this style of box. So yeah, we also got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, £38 there for the steelbook. Very nice and good condition there on this one, but £38 just to be on the shelf seems a bit pricey. We also have then some more Eureka title there, and some Transformers, some Total Recall, Toy Story, and Top Gear. Remember when they did all these on like Blu-rays? Anyways, let's jump over to WH Smith. They have this closing down sale at the moment, up to 50% off, of course. So I thought maybe they'll have some movie stuff, and they have this companion book for The Greatest Showman. Very good condition. Don't even know how much it was. I didn't check, to be honest. But oh yeah, it actually says in the front. I think it's a tenner. Yeah, tenner. listen to Taylor Swift, as you can see. But yeah, the book inside has some very nice artwork, some like text, very good condition. Something I personally wouldn't sit down and like look through, but you know, it's nice. But yeah, that's decent. Let's go over to Age Cymru though, the first charity shop we're going to go into, and they've got the OC. I'm not sure, it says complete series, but I'm not sure if this is actually the complete series, you know, because that could be up to number 10 or whatever. It does say on the front though it's missing one season, I think. So yeah, but that was only up there for a £5. Free Willy, I don't know if this is on Blu-ray, but it needs to be. I've never seen it on Blu-ray. A-Team is the only Blu-ray in here though, with Bradley Cooper there. This is yeah, 49p. Never seen this film, but yeah, very cheap for a Blu-ray. Hope Rescue though, this is where we got the Star Wars DVD set. So let's go and look in here. We've got some Blu-rays in here, just 3: Gravity, New Moon and Pacific Rim. And then there is a look at some of the DVDs on the shelf. A lot more DVDs, of course. No Blu-rays apart from those 3. Bernardo's though, let's head over to Bernardo's and take a look. Inside here we've got some State of Play, some In-Betweeners, as well as Season of the Witch, Nicolas Cage movie. Mrs. Brown's Boys is there, as well as Priest. So a few little bits and bobs. Oh, and Nativity 3 as well. I've got a steelbook though for Scott Pilgrim of the World. This is £2.50, standard Blu-ray, not too bad, very good condition. And then they've got a ton of VHSs on the shelf, as you can see here. Like, this looks absolutely bonkers. Yeah, they've got loads down here on the bottom. You can see they've got some Disney ones. Like, these are just full of nostalgia for me. $16.99, even the price labels on it. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, haven't seen these like this for a long time. They got some LA Confidential there, some Godfather, more Disney stuff with Pinocchio, Peter Pan, Kangaroo Jack. Remember that film? God, I watched that when I was a kid. Madeline, I remember that. Homeward Bound. They've got Twister as well. Some The Dam Busters there. 101 Dalmatians. Like, yeah, they've got basically a lot of you can think of. Blu-ray hunting turned into doing bloody food shop. Iceland had a deal on where it was 10 for 10, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to fill the freezer. Well, back in the car now then. A very, very good hunt. To the point that I went in probably 3 or 4 charity shops and I actually bought 4 movies in CEX. I bought 2 books, and yeah, so we've got some things to look at. One of the books I'm going to go through now, and also I realised that I didn't actually previously. Well, let's turn the engine off. I wanted to get the air conditioning on a little bit, you know, cool me down a little bit, even though it's like overcast now, but it's like stuffy, you know. So I'll show you the actual bits and bobs that we got when we get home. But there was something, I know last week I said about having Subway, and yeah, really, or the last time, I can't remember if it was last week, it could have been last week or the week before. I said about Subway and, you know, all that. And I was editing, I was like, I didn't even film the Subway thing really, in terms of, you know, and give an update on what I thought about it. It was great, by the way. But today I was in B&M Bargains getting some bits and bobs for the house. And they had this there, Crispello. Now, I've never seen this or heard of this before. This is like, it must be either a new thing or something that has come and gone, and I don't know, I've missed it maybe, I'm not sure, but thought we'd try it on the video. I also bought myself a drink actually for the car. Forgot about that until now. I bought a CD as well, I forgot. Yeah, so I've got a book, so I've got 2 books, a CD and 4 Blu-ray. What a day! Who would have thought Part 2 would be so great today? Yeah. But yeah, Crispello, as you can see here, we've got the different colours there. Don't know what this is about, so we're gonna try it. Have you guys had Crispello before? It looks a bit like crispy chocolate, I guess. So, dairy milk. Well, Cadbury, you can't go wrong, obviously. Cadbury logo there. It's almost like a truffle. You know, like when you have like the truffle filling, crispy, and then it just goes soft. Very nice. I agree that it should be this size though, because I think if you had a big bar of this, like I can eat chocolate, you know, that's quite sickly. The more you have of that, the more sickly that is. Still can't get over how it, yeah, really good though. 50p that was. So I thought I'll try it. So this weekend is the celebration of Taylor Swift's new album, as I've mentioned, that I've bought over the last couple of days. No surprise there. I've been listening to the album a lot. I really like it. currently on Sunday at the moment, so it's been out since Friday. I dropped at 5 a.m. UK time. Yes, I woke up at 4 a.m. to play the album at 5 a.m, download it and start streaming it straight away. So in celebration of that, I've seen this book around and I decided to pick it up. And I thought it'd be quite good for the videos. I'm also taking inspiration from Big Paulie because Paul does this with his Poundland Bin videos. And I love that segment of those videos, to be honest. So I'm going to bring a new segment to the videos, the Blu-ray hunts. We're going to read every single week a page of this book as we go through. Very similar to Paul. Paul, I'm taking inspiration. I'm not copying your idea. So we've got different contents there. And the first section is going to be all about confidence. First section there, as you can see, confidence. Well, firstly, I did pay £3 for this. I was not paying £8 for it. And when I saw it, I was like, yeah. Right, so page 2. So lately, I've been focusing less on doing what they say I can't do and more on doing whatever the hell I want. I mean, it just literally, I'm gonna hide next week's, but it just literally says that. It doesn't even say where it come from. It doesn't even say, you know, did she tweet that? So this could be a load of crap. But, you know, as the back says, learn to clap back with the help of Tay-Tay and her inspirational words on self-love and resilience. So that's the first one. Focusing on maybe we'll not go through it like chronologically. Maybe we'll just choose a content each week and you know what we need to pick me up on. So we started this week with confidence. So thanks Taylor for giving us that inspirational thing. I think this will be quite cool. It's going to leave her in the car basically, and then you know when we thing, and if I'm ever feeling a bit down, I can just sit here. And what would Taylor do? But yeah, the price thing comes off. I got it off from the works, £3. It was the last one there. It was in the window and I just saw, there it is. So we're going to do Lines to Live by Taylor Swift edition. So we're going to do one of these every single week. There we go. We're going to go back in style now and we're going to shake everything off, because look what you guys made me do in terms of we're heading home then, and let's take a look at what pickups we got once I get home in the cinema room. All right then, so home from Blu-ray hunting, and it is actually the evening now. Well, I say evening, it is 10 to 11. I have just sat down. I've got to film my review for Challengers, which would have been out before this because I'm going to upload it now. I went to see it a week before it came out. It's out next Friday, I believe, and Cineworld had an unlimited screening this evening on Sunday, so I went and enjoyed that. So stay tuned for the review. But the pickups for today, I didn't film it because by the time I got home, I had to do all the bits and bobs I had to do, and then I also had to watch the football, which was absolute carnage. We did win, which is great, but just it was one of those days, to be honest. And yeah, then by the time the football was finished, I was going to the cinema. Totally forgot about the film, to be honest, today. But I'm really glad I went. It was a good experience. So we've also got the CEX bag. I traded in those bits and bobs and managed to get 17 quid on a voucher, I think. So I did make 4 pickups, which is really good. Now, one of them I very much screwed up, and I realised basically as soon as I walked out of the store, which is a little bit annoying, but we'll start with that one. Why not? So I picked up a 4K thinking it was a 4K, but it wasn't a 4K. American Psycho. I bought this, as you can see here, £6, and it was in the 4K section. I just looked at the label here, didn't look here, so I was instantly thinking they've mislabeled this 4K as a normal Blu-ray. Obviously it's just in the black case. So very annoying, because this is actually one that's been on my list of like 4Ks that I want for a while. I've got a slipcover here for it, so it's one of those ones that if I see it out in the wild really cheap without a slip, I'd bring it home, buy it, and then put the slipcover on, obviously. So standard Blu-ray, so that's gonna have to be, I'm just gonna take that back to CEX, to be honest, or even return it. I might just see if I can return, I don't know. I'm just, yeah, that one I want it in 4K because the slipcover I've got is 4K, and obviously, you know, yeah, so that was my own mishap. But let's get into the 3 pickups then that are actually decent ones. We'll start from the lowest to highest, and this is actually a 4K. I mean, let me just check the disc. We do have a 4K disc and a standard Blu-ray disc, which is good. I haven't seen these films in absolute years, and I've never seen this out in the wild, and yeah, to see some 4K is actually really cheap. Like, there was one for £2, The Huntsman Winter's War. I wanted to check if I had that actually. Looks like I just got the one. Yeah, I probably could have bought that. That would have been, yeah, I probably missed that one. The second, that £2 one I could have had, but I didn't pick that one up. I decided to pick up this one instead, Ice Age 5 Collision Course. £3. I love animations on 4K. I think they look amazing, and yeah, as I say, this one will look great as well. Unfortunately, the first Ice Age still isn't in 4K. Maybe they'll do a 20, maybe even 30 year anniversary now, the way we're going. I think it came out in 2001, so we are close, I guess, to a 25 year anniversary, which will be 2026. So maybe they'll do that. And yeah, but this is number 5 in the franchise. I don't even think I've ever seen this one, to be honest. So, but I've never seen a 4K for that cheap in CEX before. I mean, the Blu-ray that I've got next is cost more than this. So yeah, really good to see them coming down in price. Inside we've got 2 discs, both with artwork on. We get the 4K on this side and then the Blu-ray here. Yeah, as I say, this would be a franchise I'd really like to watch, but I don't own any of them, and I just thought £3. If I haven't got the 4K in my collection, I need this. So that was a definite. The next one is a Blu-ray, and yes, it is slightly more than £3. It is £4. One of the films I've actually reviewed on the channel, and was one I wanted in the collection. I did enjoy this film, but I was not paying full price for. This would be a great rewatch at some point. This is the the unbearable, what is it? The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, that is it. Starring Nicolas Cage, Pedro Pascal, and I really enjoyed this when it came out. I reviewed it on the channel when it obviously was in the cinemas, and yeah, when did it come out? 2022. Yeah, really enjoyed this film. Got some nice disc art on the front, on the actual disc, and yeah, it was really good. Nicolas Cage is playing Nicolas Cage, or Nick Cage, in the film, so he's basically playing himself, and it's a really funny, really funny film. Really, some good moments in there. And I'm gonna watch this, maybe even revisit it, but this is like one that I wanted. Yeah, good film if you haven't seen it. And then the final pickup then from CEX is a Disney one, which I felt like I couldn't leave there, to be honest. I do feel a bit like I've started something now, because I haven't got any of these ones, but I couldn't leave Aladdin there with this minty slipcover for £6. 4K, obviously. Yeah, I just couldn't leave it there, It's the 4K disc we've got there with the genie on there. Yep, there it is. And then the standard Blu-ray has the lamp. Obviously, these films are all on Disney Plus, but for £6, I've got my little Disney shelf going on down there. So, yeah, pretty cheap. It does seem like the Disney Fox 4K sale is no more. Like, they used to do that quite regularly, like I'd probably say every 4 months, 3 months. That hasn't happened for a while, so maybe this is going to be the best way to just, if I see any cheap 4Ks, just pick them up, and especially with that slip, of course. So as I say, maybe I've started something, because I know they do. I think Cinderella they've done. I think they've also done Snow White recently. So yeah, Lion King. I think the original Lion King's on there, but I haven't got any of these original animated movies on 4K. Maybe it'd be interesting to give this a watch and just see what it looks like, because yeah, I haven't watched these for a long time. So yeah, £6 there for Aladdin in 4K. We got the £4 pickup there for the Nicolas Cage, Nick Cage movie. And then we've also got Ice Age 5 Collision Course. And also I paid £6 for a Blu-ray thinking it was a 4K. Total failure. But I'll definitely just keep the black case if anything good is going to come from this. But I don't know, I just really want the 4K of this film. I just have a feeling that it's going to be very good. Let me know down below if it's like different, and maybe I'll just keep this if you guys say just stick with the Blu-ray. But I don't know, I just feel like the 4K is going to be better. So yeah, so those 3 pickups then are going to go into the monthly roundup. This is going to be traded in at the moment unless you guys tell me otherwise. So I'll add these to my pile. I need to get the stickers off and all that stuff in a little while. But what else did we pick up then? So we was hunting for quite a few things, and I picked up, as I said, 2 books, a CD, and the movies. So we've done the movies. I've shown you one of the books with the Taylor Swift book that we're going to do every week in the car. That's in the car now, so I haven't got that here. So I did pick up a CD. So we'll start with the CD first. This was just from a charity shop. Very good. I think it was Animal Hope Rescue. Or no, Hope Rescue was a different one. It was Animal Rescue it was called, and I went in there and it was a bit like, oh, I've never been here before, because it's closed most of the time. But I went in there and I was like, oh, this is just a load of tat, just. However, at the back they had this massive room that was just full of like CDs, movies, DVDs. I filmed a few of the DVDs and stuff in there, and a few Blu-rays. I think they had like I think it was Mrs. Brown Boys on the shelf. There was also Nativity 3. It had a ton of VHSs. That was the one. Loads of VHSs. So yeah, very mad actually. I didn't pick up any of the VHSs. I don't know if they're worth anything. I couldn't tell you. I got nothing to play them on. You know, if they had the Star Wars VHSs there individually, I probably would have picked them up because I do have some of them here somewhere. But yeah. Anyways, I picked up a CD. I am looking for Taylor Swift CDs. Massive Taylor Swift fan, as I said earlier. And also Elton John. And I found one Elton John album that I've never seen out in the wild or even listened to. This is Elton John, The Big Picture. Really like Elton John's music. I've seen him twice and yeah, really like what he does and everything else. But if I see cheap CDs of his out for like really cheap money, then I'm gonna pick it up. This was 50p. So yeah, I don't know, I just want to have all physical music, especially with vinyls and everything coming out now and, you know, stuff. I think for some of my favourite artists, I'd like to have the multiple formats. I think whatever you think about discs and stuff like that, I don't think discs are ever going to go away, truly. Like with movies, you've got them on discs. Like this format of a actual disc, I don't think it's going to go anywhere for a long time. So yeah, so I want to pick that up. It's just the start of those, I guess. So I've also got like a greatest hits one somewhere as well, so that I can go with that. Anyways, and this was probably, I'd say, the pickup of the day. Now, I'm not gonna age discriminate people on this pickup because yeah, this book is a very old book. I do not know where it is in terms of the publishing date. I'm just going to quickly look for it. Printed, bound in Great Britain. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the date it was published. It just says the copyright date, which is 1983. So yeah, early 80s then, let's just say this was published. And I've never seen this in the wild, and especially to pick this up for 50p in a charity store, I'm getting it. I've never seen it. This is like retro. Looked online and they are selling on eBay for £13 for the same thing. So, you know, 50p, £13, not massive, but, you know, it's a definitely collector's piece. I picked up the novelization of The Return of the Jedi. There it is. Hope Rescue. 50p. This is the exact same charity store that I bought the trilogy of Star Wars movies DVDs from. So this has got a bit of a Star Wars theme going on here. But the novelization is just absolutely nuts. I'll just open the page there and just show you some of, you know, what it is. It is honestly crazy. Like, I opened a page and I read a little bit. And it was, I don't know if I can find the same bit, but so the Dark Lord rumbled, "You have come to me. The Emperor is expecting you. He believes you will turn to the dark side. I know, Father, it was a momentous act for Luke to address his father as his father, but he'd done it now and kept himself under control, and the moment was past. It was done. He felt stronger for it. He felt potent." Like, I have never read Star Wars in like that way, but what's interesting about this book, what it says on the front, is it says, so the novelization is by James Caan, which I've heard that name before in terms of Star Wars novelizations, but it's based on the screenplay by Lawrence Kasdan, and obviously then the story by George Lucas. So yeah, this is like based on the screenplay by Lawrence Kasdan, James Caan's book. I love to get the original trilogy books of these. Also inside we do get some pictures, so it does have like this little picture section. They're not like set photos or anything like that. They are just you know, standard photos, but they're definitely unique, I guess, in some ways, you know, to have something like this. So really nice find, I think. I don't know if I'm ever gonna see another one out again. If you guys know anything about this, like you might have actually had this growing up, some of you, I'm not sure. You know, this is only 10 years older than me it came out, so, you know, if you're in your 40s, I guess, well, 50s maybe, you would maybe have seen this before. But yeah, I would love to look for the other ones of these now that I've got this one, obviously. But as I say, yeah, 50p, so definitely worth checking the charity stores, you know, obviously. So that was a great pickup. Obviously, we got the Taylor Swift book as well, Elton John CD, and then we also picked up, wherever my films are, here they are, we also picked up all the movies as well. So yeah, it's been a really good Blu-ray hunt, I'm not gonna lie. 1975. So record store day was on Saturday, so yesterday, and I went to my local record store, actually in Cardiff. It's Spillers Records. It's the oldest record store in the world, would you believe it? 1864, I think it is. But yeah, it's actually the oldest record store still going, and it's still going now, obviously. Me and my brother went, and we started queuing. I think we got the 6:30 train, so we got to town about 7:15, so we was in the queue then, not long after then. And yeah, there was like 4 or 5 items that I wanted. So top of my list was the Olivia Rodrigo single with Noah Kahan. Then after that, it was Lily Allen's album. Then after that, it was Paramore. After that, then I wanted the 1975. And in the last place, what was in last place? I can't remember. But those were like the top ones I wanted. It worked out initially that like the first thing that went was the single, which was the Noah Kahan one, which was a bit disappointing. I really wanted that single. That was like the main priority. So I didn't get that, which is disappointing. We moved forward a little bit then in the queue, and I think it got to about 6:30. Like we was quite back in the queue, I'm not gonna lie. It was, you know, it was thing. We got to like not 6:30, sorry, but 8:30, and we was like moving down, and they said no Khan stuff sold out. I was like, oh, okay, right, it is what it is. Yep, we still got this, we still got that, we still got 1975, we still got Lily Allen, great. We literally get to probably like, because we can see the store, and we were queuing to like, oh, I don't even know, like this was probably 9 o'clock when they opened, and they came out and said and they said Paramore had gone. So Paramore had gone, Olivia Rodrigo had gone. Then I guess slightly closer, another hour and a bit goes by, and then the 2 I wanted, 1975 and Lily Allen, had gone. So basically I had queued, and this was about, God, this was nearly midday. So I was queuing for the best part of 5-6 hours, even getting there at 7:30, and all of the things I wanted sold out, even though I was told initially they were all there, obviously, but they didn't work out the stock. Like, you know, what they should have done in a way is counted the stocks. If they had 40 copies of this, then they should have gone down the line and counted, and then they could have said, we, at this person in the queue, number 82 onwards, they can't have this copy. But they didn't do that, obviously, and that was a bit annoying. So I think it was a bit of an organised mismatch in terms of record store day. But I'm glad it happened, because it means that luckily the things that I wanted weren't major things that I wanted. If it was something Taylor Swift related, we would be having a different conversation now. But I'm glad I went. It was my first time going. I'm definitely going to go, but I've learned a lot in terms of either go to a smaller record store. There's probably 3 stores around me that I could go to realistically. So yeah, so either go to a smaller store and so it's not so busy, but then risk maybe less copies getting delivered, obviously, because the store is smaller. So that's like another risk. But the other main thing really is queuing overnight. And I know that sounds ridiculous and nuts, but that is the best thing to do, really, because you're kind of guaranteed. Like, as long as I get 1 copy and you're number 1 in the queue, you've got it, you know? Yeah, you've got to sleep overnight, but, you know, it was 1 night, you know? So I've done that before for iPhones and stuff like that. But I think I'm glad it happened, because I've learned a lot. And as I say, if it was something I really wanted, you know, I'm glad it happened to learn to learn about it, I guess, you know. So it's a cool concept record store day. Really enjoyed it. Didn't pick up anything, but I had a really good time with it. We did make the news though. So me and my brother did make the news. I did film it on my laptop there. Yeah, we was on the news. I was just on my phone, and yeah, just the clip. So yeah, I made the news, I guess. I was stood there chilling, browsing my phone, probably listening to Taylor Swift's album. So speaking of Taylor Swift's album, I have bought some vinyls of that, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I bought them. They came out on Friday, so I bought some of those vinyl variants. Waiting for a few. Not sure maybe to do a video on it. I have kind of got another channel as well, Music with James, which I kind of want to do music stuff on, obviously, but I don't know, it's just finding the time. Movie stuff just takes over, you know. So but there it is. There is the end of the Blu-ray hunting video. It has been a long day today, but a good day, a productive one. Very happy going to Pontypridd. I'm sorry to everyone that I said Pontypridd was a terrible store last time. It actually did work out quite well for me this time. So really happy with my 3 pickups from the store. Great deals as well, and some really cheap 4Ks coming in at CEX, which is nice to see, and about time, because I feel like some of the 4Ks are way too expensive. They literally price match HMV a lot of the time, and you know, if something's on 2 for 30, you can get it for 15 quid. So that means CEX should be charging a tenner maximum for a used copy. You know, they shouldn't be charging 15 quid or even 13 to 14 quid for something that's 15, you know what I mean? So I'm glad 4Ks are starting to come down. We just need them to come down a little bit more, in my opinion. So there it is. There's today's video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please do subscribe if you like what you see. Obviously, you know, I do Blu-ray hunts every single Monday, and we go out to all the local stores in South Wales to me. And yeah, thanks for watching. As I say, really enjoying doing the channel this year and watching all my movies. My movie reviews have done really well over the last couple of days and stuff, so really appreciate everyone for watching them. But yeah, thanks for watching. Comment down below, like the video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.